Turkey has dispatched a ship carrying 900 tons of food supplies, including infant formula and canned goods, destined for Gaza as a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas takes effect. The vessel, Akendeniz, departed from Turkey's south port of Mersin on Tuesday, and is en route to Egypt's Al Arish port, where the aid will be transferred to Gaza. Turkey's Interior Minister Adi Yarkaya held a press conference to mark the ship's departure, highlighting the country's commitment to supporting humanitarian relief efforts in the region. Palestinian Foreign Minister Wassem Arabikian Shaheen has called for renewed international efforts towards peace and reconstruction in Gaza, describing the current moment as one of contentious optimism and opportunity. Shaheen emphasized the urgent need to break the cycle of violence and move towards a sovereign Palestinian state. Addressing the dire humanitarian situation in Gaza, Shaheen described the scale of the need as monumental and appealed for global support to help rebuild a livable future for Palestinians. She also reaffirmed the Palestinian Authority's commitment to progressing through peace stages, envisioning a sovereign state where Palestinians can prosper and live in peace and security with their neighbors. In Gaza City, bulldozers are clearing mountains of debris as thousands of Palestinians return to what's left of their homes after months of displacement. Streets once choked with rubble and slowly being opened, but the scars of war remain. Families make their way through shattered neighborhoods, many finding only fragments of their former lives. The return marks a painful homecoming as residents face the daunting task of rebuilding amid widespread devastation. Israel's far-right National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir has stormed Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa Mosque under heavy Israeli police protection, accompanied by dozens of settlers, marking the final day of the Jewish Sukkot holiday. The Islamic Waqf reported that settlers performed the Talmudic rituals in the mosque's eastern courtyard as Israeli forces tightened restrictions around the Old City, blocking Palestinian worshippers' access. This marks Ben-Gvir's second incursion into Al-Aqsa within a week after leading 1,200 settlers into the compound last Wednesday. Moving on to Russia, where the Kremlin has voiced cautious support for U.S. President Donald Trump's renewed focus on ending the war in Ukraine, following his diplomatic success in brokering a ceasefire in Gaza. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov welcomed Trump's stated desire to prioritize peace talks with Russia and said Moscow remains open to negotiations. Despite welcoming the initiative, Peskov reiterated Moscow's position that Ukraine is stalling on meaningful talks. On reports that Trump may discuss supplying Ukraine with Tomahawk cruise missiles in an upcoming meeting with President Zelensky, Peskov said the Kremlin would listen and analyze any official statements, but warned against further escalation. Russian forces have attacked Kharkiv, Ukraine's second-largest city, with guided bombs on Monday, damaging a hospital and causing power outages affecting 30,000 customers across 3 districts. Mayor Ihor Terekov reported that strikes hit power transmission lines and injured 4 people, mostly from flying glass. Some hospital patients had to be moved to other wards due to the damage. In recent weeks, Russia has targeted Ukraine's electricity grid and gas infrastructure as winter nears. A recent mass attack on Kyiv left over 1 million households and businesses without power and disrupted water supplies. The European Union has fined Gucci, Chloe and Loewe a combined total of €157 million or $182 million for fixing resale prices among their retail partners. Gucci, owned by Kering, faced the largest fine of €119.7 million, followed by Chloe with €19.7 million and Loewe at €18 million, underscoring increasing regulatory scrutiny on luxury fashion groups. The European Commission stated the brands imposed restrictions on retailers, including enforcing recommended retail prices, limiting discount rates, and setting specific sale periods, thereby restricts competition and pricing independence. Paleontologists in the UK have uncovered an extraordinary 200-metre stretch of dinosaur footprints during a summer dig at Deer's Farm in Quarry in Oxfordshire. The newly revealed trackway, found in a different section of the quarry than previous discoveries, provides rare insights into prehistoric life. Alongside the footprints, scientists also unearthed seashells and a sea urchin, suggesting the area may have once been a lagoon. Oxford University's Duncan Murdoch called the marine fossils important findings, offering clues about the ancient environment these dinosaurs once roamed. UK startup Lion Vision has deployed an AI system at a recycling plant in Sittingbourne to detect and remove hazardous lithium-ion batteries from waste streams. Using cameras and machine learning, the system identifies batteries and ejects them from compressed air, reducing fire risks and improving material recovery. Battery fires, especially from disposable vapes and hidden batteries, have surged in UK recycling facilities. The effort coincides with the International E-Waste Day on October 14, 2025, promoting safer, smarter recycling worldwide. Elon Musk's SpaceX successfully launched an 11th Starship rocket from Starbase, Texas, showcasing the vehicle's reusable design intended for satellite deployment and future manned missions on the Moon and Mars. The rocket safely splashed down in the Gulf of Mexico, which U.S. President Donald Trump officially renamed the Gulf of America in a January 2025 executive order.